Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. August 19th. A frame of reference. Referring to our list, inventory, again, putting out of our minds the wrongs others had done, we resolutely looked for our own mistakes. Where had we been selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, and frightened? Alcoholics Anonymous, page 67. There is a wonderful freedom in not needing constant approval from colleagues at work or from the people I love. I wish I had known about this step before, because once I developed a frame of reference, I felt able to do the next right thing, knowing that the action fit the situation and that it was the correct thing to do. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, August 19th. There was a piece of reality that I never wanted to see. I loved someone who couldn't be trusted. Again and again I suffered the disappointment of broken promises, contradictions, and outright lies. Each time I felt crushed, betrayed, outraged. Nevertheless, hours or sometimes days later, I put the incident out of my mind. When the next promise was made, I trusted without hesitation and with my whole heart. I continue to find it hard to accept that I can't trust the promises of someone I love. Yet I see that most of my heartache has come from my own refusal to accept reality. Al-Anon helps me to trust my experiences more than the inconsistent words of others. I'm learning not to depend on someone who has been consistently untrustworthy, but at the same time realizing that that is no excuse to give up on the whole human race. Facing reality means accepting that many of my experiences in Al-Anon demonstrate that there are people upon whom I can rely. Today's reminder. Today I make commitment to be honest with myself by facing reality. I become someone I can depend upon. There is a quote from As We Understood, and it reads, "Awareness is so much better for me than closing out all feelings, shutting out people, withdrawing from living. No matter how hard the truth is or what the facts are, I prefer to know, look at it, and accept this day." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, August 19th. First things first. We apply effort to our most obvious problems and let go of the rest. We do the job at hand, and as we progress, new opportunities for improvement present themselves. Basic text, page 56. It's been said that recovery is simple. All we've got to change is everything. That can seem a pretty tall order, especially when we first arrive in Narcotics Anonymous. After all, not many of us showed up at our first meeting because our lives were in great shape. On the contrary, a great many of us came to NA in the midst of the worst crisis of our lives. We needed recovery, and quick. The enormity of the change required in our lives can be paralyzing. We know we can't take care of all that needs to be done, not all at once. How do we start? Chances are we've already started. We've done the first, most obvious things that needed to be done. We've stopped using drugs, and we've started going to meetings. What do we do next? Pretty much the same thing, just more of it. From where we are, we do what we can. We walk the path of recovery by picking up our feet and taking the step. that's right in front of us. Only when that's been accomplished must we concern ourselves with what comes next. Slowly but surely, we'll find ourselves making progress down the path, visibly drawing closer each day to becoming the kind of person we'd like to be. Just for today, I will walk the path of my recovery by taking the step right in front of me. Today, Emotions Anonymous, August 19th. Reflection for today. The intrinsic value of love is hard to measure or describe. Love encourages brotherhood and acceptance of others. It allows appreciation of one's surroundings. Love is easily detected in how one responds to annoyances and diversity. It promotes thinking of the positive aspects of daily situations rather than on the negative failures and shortcomings. Love is being truthful in our relationships with others and is expressed in our response to everyday life because it is not limited by boundaries. Meditation for today. Help me sincerely love and appreciate the life I am privileged to live each day. Today I will remember, love without truth is not good, neither is truth without love. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. August 19th. Emotional sobriety. With emotional sobriety, reparenting ourselves becomes a reality in our lives. BRB, page 265. Our program calls us to recognize the truth within us. A beginning truth is that our families, in their unfinished spiritual states, corrupted our thinking. As young children, we could relate to no one other than our families to see how the world was around us. This often involved a series of dysfunctional beliefs, such as, I can make it on my own. I am too proud to accept help from anyone, and or we are so much better than they are. This led us to a false sense of independence or even superiority that effectively cut us off from many forms of useful information that could have helped us. As adults, we lived with this corrupted thinking in a state of confusion and denial, unable to admit that we needed help and unable to trust anyone. When we find recovery in ACA, we discovered that we can reparent ourselves. We learn to see the truth about our parents in a non-judgmental way, which helps us first accept whatever good things they pass to us. Then, without anger or resentment, we firmly reject their dysfunctional ways of thinking. We are now free to chart our own course of behavioral, spiritual, and emotional sobriety. The affirmation reads, on this day I will focus on using all I've learned in ACA to help me reparent myself. I choose spiritual and emotional sobriety. Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, remember that recovery is possible, that you are not alone, one day at a time.